Also collaboration, so collaborating first with folks that are already in community that are collecting different lists. So we're not reinventing the wheel. So thinking about Green Book, thinking about the Black Chamber, thinking about Buy Black Initiative, the Denver Little Black Book, continuing those things so we're not reinventing the wheel. Don't limit it to just events. We have a lot of organizations, we have a lot of community members that are doing something that we need support in different ways, and we're not throwing events. But specifically patroning businesses, creating an out-serving opportunity. So we have organizations, we have just community members that need things done on their homes. What does it look like to collectively grab all of us together for an out-serving event? We've got elders that are in community that need maintenance done on their home. What does that look like to bring all the different skill sets together to be able to serve our elders well? What does it look like for us to go to our different schools and gather our kids and take them on field trips so they have an opportunity to have education, so they have an opportunity to learn firsthand what resources are available to them and what gyms there are in the community by people that look like them. Not a better educational opportunity. Different opportunities for us to mobilize community in just different ways. So what are all the main needs that we have? Let's have that conversation first and then create pockets to mobilize folks around those areas based off of our skill sets and based off of our heart. Using those quarterly convenings for synergy, we need a whole reorientation of mindset. We don't always collaborate well. There's a lot of gatekeepers. There's a lot of issues that we have that we're I don't use the word supremacy. Misanthropy is the most appropriate word. Folks that do just don't like other people, regardless of what the reason is. And so the mindsets that have been offered to us that we have so graciously accepted and appropriated, those need to be stripped, those need to be deconstructed, and we need to use those quarterly convenings as an opportunity for us to have some reorientation and some mindset shift. The last part is just mobilizing to support the different businesses. So if we're creating an opportunity to have this calendar, okay, great. Well, what's the business or who are the businesses that we're highlighting for that month? Let's all organize and actually go patron those businesses. So they have not just the financial boost, but it also gives us an opportunity. We've all visited a Black business of whatever sorts, and some of us have not had great experiences. We run and we tell that too. So what does it look like for us to help change the narrative for what that organization's opportunity was, but give them an opportunity to know that we're coming so they can make sure that they're adequately staffed, so they can make sure that their customer service is taken care of, so they can make sure that they have all the things that they need in order to support us well, so it changes our experience. But it gives us an opportunity, one, just to converge on that business, love on them, have us, and that's an opportunity to have the news or whoever else show up and promote something positive. But yeah, just the convergence of support. So not just using it strictly for events, but yeah. Oh, and we need a committee, not just of one or three. We need a committee for most of these. The last piece was pulling everybody's skill sets together. So we're not just trying to duplicate. But we can group people together specifically by what it is that they do. This is your specialty area, but we're not in a space where we're competing with each other. We don't need to compete. We're all cheerleaders. We should be cheerleaders for each other, not competition. So.
All right. We can do that. Who's next? Right here? Is this where we are? All
right. Okay, we are in the great group in the back. So we're not at a table, but we're the great group in the back. So ours, in addition to everybody's, we were thinking along the lines of including the organizations as the head of the table, like ALG or whatever organization it is, to be the leader of the group, that they combine the calendar of events that, because their members know what they're doing in their groups. So then those groups, Latinos, Asians, Blacks, NAACP, those organizations know what they're doing, the big things. So then, even the small things, so they can get on a calendar and they can say, hey, you know, on the south side next week we're having a fair. I don't know. But whatever it is, you know, it'll be a mass calendar where the heads of those organizations can then distribute it and ensure that those groups know. So then as we get to know each other, then we'll become one, although we're all each organization, but we can complement and help out each organization. Because, you know, if the NAA needs some people to come and march or whatever, we can just get on the calendar, everybody know that it's happening in 2 weeks, whatever it is. So then, and also we wanted the passport to be digital and in person, because not everybody got internet, not everybody have a phone, and not everybody, even though you do have a phone, maybe your data is not working for that internet. So we wanted to be inclusive of everybody, whether you know, 5 years old or 104 years old, whatever it is, however you get your communication. So we thought about that. And we thought about getting, like, the organizations creating like a WhatsApp type of thing, so the organizations know, and if they want to include other folks, they have that authority to, because they can control who includes that information. So we don't give it out to everybody, because not everybody is out for our best interests, I guess you would say. Yeah. So, and I only say that because we belong to an organization where we were just a walking group, and some people came out to protest walkers. I'm like, that just didn't make no sense. But you know, I know we living in this crazy. We're going back to the crazy world that my parents and my grandparents used to live in, but we're living in it now. So, and then we also wanted to include like the historical sites. So if somebody's going overseas or coming here to America, they can go to some of those sites and people can tell their stories about, you know, like the Tulsa and all the other places that we can go to. And I know like Harriet Tubman's place, even though the house is gone, but they do have a sign. But it's still, you can still get the history. So, like that.
All right. You get to the choices, you're next.
Who's next?
All right, folks know who's next. I got a question. Did the protesters walk there to protest? I'm just asking.
All right, people. Our group is 6, and we wanted to know, how does the entire community have access? This needs to be a living doc for new organizations to join. Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Can there be a digital version, which everyone has already said, for those that forget their physical passport? So this is for those whose memory is not as, you know, that's me. Okay. I can't be the only one, but we know we forget stuff. I'm not gonna call my sis out, but Calais clearly stated that she's gonna forget hers, so we need it digital. The next is we need a calendar or app that will display all of the events so that we can partner and collaborate for all the events that are happening. Again, Bianca created a calendar, so there is a foundation that we can continue to move from. And then how big will the passport be? So there was concern that the passport book would be too big. And so for those of us ladies who carry small bags, they wouldn't fit. So looking at it being a little bit smaller for us. And then food. And then I would also just like to state, Toy was here earlier and she talked about educating the kids and not waiting on someone else to educate our children. I have to restate that again. It is on us and in us to educate our own. We should not be waiting for anyone because they're telling us they're taking critical race theory out, because they're telling you cannot celebrate Black history. Okay, what's that have to do with us? We educate our own so that they know. Train a child up what's the saying? Train a child up? Can we? Okay, so why are we not doing that? Why? Listen, this is opportunity. I know this is hard with this administration, but it's on us. We've got this. There's power in us. It's time to take it back. Our kids are the future. Let's do it for us. I dropped the mic. I'm done.
No, hand it to Fortune.
Oh, well, Fortune.
Don't drop the mic.
Well, I did. That was good. Watch.
Where did we leave off? Tanisha, which one was yours? Who's next? Y'all know who's next. Here we go. Love that outfit. Looking good.
Good afternoon. Koya here. So I was in table number 1. We did mention a lot of the things that have been mentioned already, which is the technology bit of it. I guess for us, it was the areas that we need to address, which was really pertaining to the event, which is event scheduling, event planning, event promotion, event awareness, and the diversity of the event. And just to make it easy for the groups of people who are going to be having the events to sort of like be able to quickly plug and play their different events, so it's not a really cumbersome opportunity for them. And how do we first connect all contacts, so like the knowledge of all the groups and how we get to know them. I think the other interesting thing that we just spoke about was kind of like a follow-up question as well, in terms of like, did you enjoy the event? What are the things that you liked about the event? I guess then we get to categorize all these events, and then we know this events are doing good. Then the people who are doing the organizations that have the events also get to have feedback, but then we also get to collect data from the people who are attending the event and see which events they're sort of like leaning in and which ones are better performing, and if there's advancement to kind of like to know what people are lacking, what kind of things that they like, what kind of things they're enjoying, but also just overall feedback for all the organizations, so you're bettering yourself every single time. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Who is next? Y'all know who's next.
I'm so happy we're here because we do have the Black Agenda calendar, and we need somebody to help us manage that calendar. So if you have a leader or secretary, whoever leads your organization, we're not going to give access to everybody, but whoever leads your organization will get that information and give them access to the calendar. So we are seeking help, and I need somebody to be able to do that. That's coloradoblackagenda@gmail.com. So please see me and say that you want to help out. As far as the passport, we decided that we would do the swag bags at the cultural passport check-in table, have coupon books inside for various businesses, discounts on services in restaurants and foods at the event, various goodies, bracelets, frisbees, pins, branded logo items from your organization. And then the most fun part, so a lot of people don't show up because they have children. So we'll have daycare for an hour while the event is happening.
Hello, I'm Helen. We're table 5. We actually have both because we're extra. I guess let's just start with the beginning. A couple of you guys talked about this. We said not just events, but really focusing on small businesses, BIPOC businesses, immigrant and refugee businesses. So within this app or passport, we'd like to have a section for businesses. So people are not only going to these events, but they're also going to dinner, buying clothes, going to get their hair done to these specific places. We talked a lot, you guys talked a lot about apps. We went deep into the apps and what the app should look like. In this app, we think that having like, the newsletter there, or having events there, a calendar in there, as well as like a way for people to take pictures, share pictures out. There's a couple of the apps like that already, and mimicking those. So, and then initiativeness in this, so that way we have, not only within the app, like the first 5 people that go to this place gets a gift card, or the first 100 people that gets a 10% discount for this specific restaurant kind of thing, and having, so that people are excited to go to these events, not only for the culture, but also like you might get a little thing on the side for it. We also talked about the quarterly meetings, having these meetings with a purpose. So maybe like each meeting could hold a cultural. For example, we could have this quarter could be Ethiopia. So we'll be half an hour. People could come early and learn everything about Ethiopia. The food will represent like Ethiopia, not only just culturally, not only not only countries, but also like. We've noticed that historically, like, black folks in Colorado is different from black folks in New Orleans, or different from, like, and having a cultural experience overall, not just countries, but just generally. And then our newsletter, thinking like having a newsletter, we all have newsletters, but specifically for this passport. And then, what am I missing? The incentive we talked about, huh? And making sure this is statewide. So this is not just a Denver metro area, but it's a Colorado, because there are people in Timbuktu, Colorado, that will have black folks, our culture there, and let us drive 2, 3, 4 hours to go meet with our people there too, and represent them. Timbuktu is not an actual place. Please don't quote me on that. Thank you very much. That's it.
Was that the last one? Is there any table hasn't gone? All right. Wow. Is she allowed to add one thing? All right.
Do I need that again? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. No. With the mindset shift, we should not have to be focused on getting something out of it to attend. So again, the quarterly convenings being something in a space where it's not just we show up because we're getting something from it. Like,
You missed the announcement about not evaluating ideas, obviously.
no, it's an extra training.
All right, folks. What? Please come up, sir. Sorry, Fortune, they can't be here.
Oh, you might want to look at your accessibility rights too when you publish the digital website, and making it accessible to those with disabilities and those who may not be able to read it. So give it some haptic feedback, stuff like that.
Okay, please light that up. All right. Thank you. Wow, folks, y'all did a lot of work. You've been here a long time. We've only got a couple things left to do. First off, thank you. I know this wasn't easy. It was a lot. Secondly, we are going to take a family picture over there before this is all done, so keep that in mind. Additionally, Papa is going to come up here and say something. Please stand up when he goes to, no, I want to do one more thing. So you heard all this. You've seen the idea. You've contemplated the idea. If you personally are willing to be a part of supporting this idea on any level, please hold your hand up. I just want to see. Anybody at all? Anybody at all. Thank you so much, y'all. All right, Papa.
Thank you so much, Efli. Let's give it up for Efli. So we are, wow. So, all right. So this is what we will do as for our next step. First and foremost, as you noticed, when we came together, it was not about any organization, but it was about us as a community. Now, I'm going to name few organizations that we spoke with them and they already expressed interest into participating. So this is something that the African Leadership Group cannot do by itself, nor should do by itself. We need to come together. So wherever you are sitting, so Dr. Tola, you are here representing the Yoruba Colorado. Usmando, you were here early representing the Ask and We movie promotion. Bianca, the NAACP Aurora. I mean, there's so many organizations, the Ethiopian community, the Eritrean community, and Jason mentioned it. Some organizations are all the way there. They have their website. They know their event. Some organizations are trying to figure it out. And this is what it's all about. Those of us that already know, we have the responsibility to help the other one to come to the level. And that's why coming together is very important. Now, when we send this invitation, most people register, so we have some people's information. So if you are here and you like the idea, Usman, where are you? So connect with Usman over there. He can, Usman, yeah, yes. So we can do the proper follow-up, right? So again, we're going to take all this feedback, and we're going to reevaluate. Now, there is a Breaking Barrier and Building Bridges committee that had been established for the last couple of years. And Jalil, you are here serving on it. So we would like to welcome other people to join. If this is something of interest and you want to participate in the project on helping establishing it, so please, we need help. This is something that I should not take the lead. So like you know, very busy. So we would like to have as many people, as many communities to participate on establishing this. Okay? So, Jason, anything I'm missing? Next step, where we're going to go?
Some of you get inspired in different ways at different times. If you have that late night, 2 a.m. brilliant idea, call Papa. No. We're going to continue to collect the ideas. We're going to incorporate all of the feedback you've given us today. We're going to make this thing better. And what started out as a concept paper is going to turn into a project plan. You all will have a chance to see the project plan. Let me say this, not everyone will get everything that they are looking for. And let me explain why. We have to get this thing off the ground, and we can't have a feedback session forever, so at a point we'll have to go with the best thing that we've got. It's also logistically difficult to accommodate everything, but we've heard your large themes. We've heard the digital, we've heard the more than events, we've heard it all, and we will incorporate absolutely as much of that feedback as we possibly can, but just have some grace with us, okay? We can't do absolutely everything. And oh, by the way, we're really just talking about the structure of this. The most important part is the engagement, the interaction, the people power that it represents. So we don't govern that whatsoever. That is y'all. That is you. That is what you do with your time, effort, relationships, and energy. So we think that we've baked up something pretty cool. You all have added ingredients to make it better. We're going to transition from a concept paper to a project plan, and I think we're going to launch something pretty unique. It's pretty awesome. I think all eyes will be on us. I think it won't be long before other folks are trying to replicate what we've created here today. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jason. And obviously, Vera, you mentioned something very important. We will need money to put this together. Yes, ALG will take the lead to figure out how we're going to source funding to make it, because we have the grant writer here, and he's going to beat me up. But if we have a good project, a good concept paper, and if it's fundable, so we'll figure out a way to...
We'll get the resources we need for this initiative.
Yeah. So we just, again, I want to end by saying thank you. And it's, I mean, on a Saturday afternoon, for you guys to come and spend a few hours. There's people that's been here since 9 in the morning. And yes, Selena, looking at you, and just, it tells all of us how much we care, how we want to do this together. So I want to thank you for your time. We're not taking it for granted, and it means a lot. So to Efli's point, Leadership Africa is about to start, right? So we have some upcoming event coming up. If I don't say this, Uzi will kill me. So we have the public speaking class graduation coming up, and this is cohort 16. And there are some, if you are in cohort 16 about to graduate, could you please stand up? If you could please stand up. Yes, they're going to be graduating on Tuesday at the African Leadership Group office. So now we have International Women's Day celebration in partnership with Colorado Black Women Political Action with Bianca. So on March 8th at the Denver Botanic Garden. And we also have a very important program with the superintendent of APS and the superintendent of Cherry Creek. Thank you, Brother Omar, for facilitating that. And to just dive deep into conversation about our school performance and how it's impacting our kids. They're going to come and share with us the state of the district, things that we should know about our kids' education. That's Thursday. And that's this Thursday, February 27 at the ALG office. Anything else, Jose? Picture time. You want to take a picture? Yes, so we'll take, yes?
Have anybody seen keys around? I'm looking for my keys.
So, all right. So if everybody can stick around, we'll take the family picture over there, right?
A couple gentlemen will help me, and we'll move tables out of the way. Don't go this way. Everybody go this way. We're going to take the picture right now. We're not going to wait. Right now. Mind the cameras. Be careful with the video cameras around.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Get